Hello, I'm Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm, and I want you to join the Department of Energy's Clean Energy Corps. The Bipartisan Infrastructure Law puts DOE at the heart of President Biden's plan to build back better with clean energy, and it means the biggest investment in the Department of Energy history. $62 billion to build out clean energy and to lower costs for American families and to create millions of jobs and to tackle the climate crisis. We are launching the Clean Energy Corps to get it all done. We're recruiting more than 1,000 brilliant, diverse energy leaders from the private sector, from nonprofits, and from local governments. We want people from every pocket of America and every community. We want people who are passionate, who are driven, who are ready to work hard on the mission of a lifetime. We need project, grant, and portfolio managers to help us get these investments out the door and deploy clean energy. We need scientists, analysts, engineers, nuclear, mechanical, electrical, and civil to help us design and evaluate the electric vehicle charging networks and the nuclear reactors of the future. We need IT, cybersecurity professionals, we need people managers, we need HR professionals, we need mission support teams to keep everything running. In other words, we need you on our team. Whether you're just starting out, whether you're experienced in clean energy, or whether you're looking for something new, we want you to apply. So go to energy.gov/Clean Energy Corps and share this video to help get the word out. Your country needs you. Your planet needs you. So join the Clean Energy Corps and let's work together to build a better America.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our discussion on something we're all really excited about at the Department of Energy, our Clean Energy Corps. I'm Erin Moore, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Department of Energy's Chief Human Capital Officer. That's government speak for HR. I'm part of the people team, and our people are the heart of this agency. The Clean Energy Corps is a tremendous opportunity, and we're thrilled you're here at today's event. We hope that means you're considering applying to join our workforce, or at least that you'll be helping to spread the word to your network. We have two fantastic headliners here, and I'm excited to introduce the Secretary of Energy, Jennifer Granholm, and our Chief of Staff, Tariq Shah. Hello to you both. Tariq, why don't you kick us off?
Thanks, Erin. I'm really looking forward to talking with all of you today about the incredible things happening here at the Department of Energy as we work to implement the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Over to you, Madam Secretary.
Yes, thank you so much for hosting this event, Erin, and really thank you all so much for tuning in today for this discussion on the Clean Energy Corps. We are so excited to be here.
All right, let's start with a bit of background on DOE. We're going to talk a lot about the implementation of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law today, but I think it's always good to start with the incredible research and development that is also part of our Clean Energy Corps. Tariq, over to you.
Thanks, Erin. Since the Department of Energy was founded way back in 1977, DOE has led the world on energy research and development. One of our missions is nothing short of effectuating the greatest transformation of our society and economy in human history in order to respond to our first truly global existential threat. That's the climate crisis. And this challenge requires the world's best scientists and engineers and professionals, and you can be one of them. Every time I step foot inside this agency, I meet with the world's greatest experts in technologies like direct air capture or high efficiency solar panels, or the world's leading experts on floating offshore wind development. Everywhere I go, I get to talk with someone who knows more than anyone else in the whole world about something related to solving the climate crisis. And when you come work here at DOE, you will grow into that as well, no matter whether you're joining us in an entry-level position or as a leading scientist. Because DOE is central to the world's collective response to the climate crisis, and that makes every single member of our staff global leaders in the fight against climate change. Secretary, I'd love to hear your thoughts as well.
Yeah, well, let me just start by saying my passion for clean energy really started when I was governor of Michigan. because it was at that point when the auto industry was on the verge of collapse. And personally, I looked into the eyes of too many workers who lost their jobs through no fault of their own, and I'm never going to forget their pain. And so we decided to diversify. So in Michigan, embracing Car 2.0, which is the electric vehicle, it really helped our state to rebound. We started creating jobs again and building really on the existing supply chain and matching the same skills that auto workers already had. So I accepted this role as Energy Secretary on the condition that we do everything in our power to create new opportunities for every worker. And now is really the moment to reap the economic and the environmental benefits of clean energy nationwide, just like we did in Michigan. And as DOE, I always refer to as America's Solutions Department, DOE is extremely well positioned to get it done. So in my time as secretary so far, I too, like Tarek, I have been blown away by our incredibly hardworking staff and the brilliant scientists at the national labs and really everything we're doing to build this clean energy future.
So speaking of the clean energy future, Madam Secretary, can you tell us a little bit about the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law? When someone starts their new job in the Clean Energy Corps, what are they going to be doing?
Yeah, thanks. So this is obviously really important for everybody who's watching. So in November, just to give you a quick background, the president signed this Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. It includes for the Department of Energy $62 billion, which is the biggest investment in the history of our department. And so with those funds, our mission is going to be to invest in American workers and to deliver, clean and affordable and reliable energy across the nation, and expand access to clean technologies and spur energy innovation. And we're already implementing this new law. We've opened a new joint office with, for example, the Department of Transportation on electric vehicle charging. We've created a whole new office of clean energy demonstrations, which is going to help commercialize technologies like clean hydrogen and carbon capture and create jobs. And earlier this month, we launched the Building a Better Grid initiative, which is to help develop nationally significant transmission projects and get our grid ready for 100% clean energy. And all the while, we're going to be partnering with states and tribes and communities, focusing on rural and disadvantaged and economically hard-hit communities. It's a heck of a mission, right? A heck of a job. And we need all hands on deck. And that's why the Clean Energy Corps is going to hire more than 1,000 new employees, from, as you heard in the video, grant managers to cybersecurity experts to scientists. Erin, you have got a lot of hiring to do.
And that we do, Madam Secretary, but it is really exciting. And Tarek, as you know, this is an incredibly important mission. Why don't you share a bit about who we're looking for actually doing this work and how we want to make sure this workforce looks like America?
Yeah, sure thing, Erin. As the secretary just outlined, we have some big goals. And of course, we need a diverse team to accomplish those goals. People from every community in America bringing their perspectives and their skills. And, with the flexibility of telework and remote work, joining the Clean Energy Corps may not necessarily require a move to DC. So, Jeff, if you could throw up that slide, I want to spend a moment to talk about who we're looking for to add to our team. You can see we are looking for people with so many different skill sets to make this work. We're looking for people who truly understand the magnitude of the climate emergency. We're looking for people in the 99th percentile of teamwork. That's a really high bar, but I tell our staff all the time, no ego, no drama, no peacocks. We've got a ton to get done. And the work that the members of the Clean Energy Corps are going to do is hard. So we've got to make sure we're looking for people who are resilient as well, who when the going gets tough, they just dust themselves off and get right back up. It's really important for me that we're also finding people who understand that government service is not about fame or glory. We're coming to this because we know we have to transform our society and economy at a pace and scale that we have never achieved before to meet the urgent challenge of the climate crisis. And that's not going to be easy. And I need people who understand that and are ready to give it their all. And I also say we're looking for a mix of people who can hit the ground running now because they've worked in government or industry before, along with some next generation leaders, people who are new to the workforce and who come with different ideas about how to achieve our common goals. Let me share a little bit about the hiring process as well. First, it's really important that the federal government look like the country it serves. We want a team here at DOE that represents the country. And that means we're looking for people who are first generation Americans, first generation college, veterans, people with disabilities, LGBTQ plus people from different racial backgrounds. We've got to make sure we've got a representative gender balance here at DOE. We're looking for all of those things. And at the same time, these jobs are a training ground for the best and the brightest. So we're going to work really hard on making sure continuous learning is part of our mission here as well, so that you have opportunities to learn and grow, and that this sets you up to be part of the climate movement for a career for years to come. Let me just say last that I want people who bring their passion and their whole self to work. For example, I am this agency's first chief of staff of color. I'm its first LGBTQ plus chief of staff, and it is my calling to defend the planet. I bring those three things with me to work every day, along with all the skills and knowledge that I've accumulated in my career, to the job, and it makes me and this agency so much better for it. And we want people who bring their whole selves and passion to work as well. So if those values resonate with you, we'd love for you to consider joining us. Aaron, back to you. Oh, actually, I miscued you. This is a big agency. Aaron, will you tell us a little bit about how this is different this time around in scale and speed? In other words, can you explain this thing called direct hiring authority?
Yeah, absolutely, Tarek. So direct hire authority is designed to allow agencies to meet their critical hiring needs by filling positions quickly and eliminating certain steps in the federal hiring process. So through direct hire, we'll be able to bring on new employees in short order to support DOE's important role in implementing the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. To capitalize on our direct hire authority, DOE's created a new applicant portal to provide those interested with a simple and effective way to apply to positions within the Clean Energy Corps. The applicant portal is available at energy.gov/Clean Energy Corps. And DOE's applicant portal helps us to reach a diverse pool of candidates because it makes it easy for applicants from all backgrounds and all communities to apply, especially those who may not be familiar with the federal hiring process. We're recruiting for a variety of positions in multiple career areas for the Clean Energy Corps. So be sure to tailor your resume for the type of position you're interested in, outline your experience, and capture the results you've achieved in your previous roles. It's an easy first step to joining public service, right, Madam Secretary?
Oh my gosh, yes. And public service, can I just say, it is, you heard Tarek say it's a calling. What are we here for if not to leave this planet better than we found it? So public service is such a rewarding, you get psychic wealth in addition to decent salary and benefit. It's such a rewarding career path for so many reasons, but not the least of which is serving the country, serving and healing the planet. But anyway, Aaron, maybe you can go through a few of the other benefits of working for DOE.
Absolutely. So I have to admit, I may be biased, but DOE is an amazing place to work. We have a fantastic team of employees who support each other in reaching our goals. We also offer competitive compensation packages. Our retirement plan is great. We provide 5% agency matching for your 401k contributions, in addition to a monthly pension when you retire. We have extensive options for healthcare coverage, including dental and vision, that you can take with you into retirement. And we also offer significant benefits for you and your family, such as 12 weeks of paid parental leave, in addition to generous amounts of annual and sick leave benefits.
Awesome.
Yes, and as we prepare for the future of work, we're using what we've learned over the past couple of years to increase our workplace flexibilities. This means offering even more flexible work hours and compressed work schedules that support employee work-life balance. And we're also expanding our use of telework and remote work across the department. Just as Tarek said, joining the Clean Energy Corps doesn't necessarily mean moving to DC. In fact, we have so many of our Clean Energy Corps jobs that can be done remotely, allowing us to reach people all over the nation. But enough for me. We have a few questions that people have submitted ahead of time, and Tarek's going to read them for us.
Great. And Aaron, I used those dental benefits just this morning. Look at these pearly whites. Our first question's from Tenley in Oakland. What is the turnaround time you're hoping to achieve, and how will candidates be matched with opportunities? Aaron, will you try that one?
Sure. So the hiring and interview process will take place over the next several months. We're incorporating structured interviews into our candidate evaluations to ensure a fair interview process and reduce inequitable barriers. We'll start with an initial round of values-based interviews, and those who advance will move into more technical interviews. Because of how many people we're bringing on, we will be conducting interviews on a rolling basis. So if you don't hear from us immediately, that doesn't mean you're out of consideration. But from a practical perspective, instead of applying to multiple vacancy announcements on USA Jobs, candidates will go to DOE's applicant portal one time to express interest in a federal job with the Clean Energy Corps. You'll answer a short list of questions where you can identify your experience managing teams and overseeing projects. You'll also be able to identify your areas of interest, such as distributed solar and weatherization. You'll also be able to identify functional areas of expertise, like research, program management, or communications, or all of the above. And our hiring managers will then search through these resumes to match the needs of the team to what you submit.
Great. The next question is from Kenneth. He asks, would you consider hiring a 71-year-old? Secretary.
Well, yes, Kenneth, of course we would, and we will. There are positions in the Clean Energy Corps for people of all stages in their careers and with all levels of experience in energy. So, and Tarek, I know you mentioned this. This obviously touches on this interesting point about diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. And I'm wondering, because you are so passionate about it, but so are we all. If you could just take just a second to explain a little bit about DEIA, diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility at DOE.
Of course. The strongest teams are our most diverse teams. And that, of course, includes age. We want to bring in people who bring every perspective to the table because, our experience here at DOE and all of the science tells us that that's how you get the best result. And it's just the right thing to do. Okay, let's go to the next question from Chicago. Jatia asks, the thought of green-collar jobs are exciting. What types of projects and programs will Corps members work on? Let's see, I can take this one on. As the Secretary noted, we have these huge deployment projects that have been funded by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. So somebody on our team could be helping cities and states build out the first carbon capture hubs or hydrogen hubs, or helping deploy home weatherization projects to lower costs and increase energy efficiency for homeowners. We have just so much incredible technology that's ready to be deployed in this country, and you can help do that. As the Secretary said, we are the nation's solutions agency. And all this work will be focused on researching, developing, and deploying solutions to climate change. Okay, we have some more time. So Secretary, I'm going to go to you next. The question is, are there opportunities for leadership positions?
Definitely. I mean, with all the people we're bringing on, obviously we are going to need senior leaders. We're going to need experts. We're going to need people who are comfortable setting the direction for both large projects and large staff, people who are comfortable bringing others along. No jerks, but really good leaders. Nobody wants a bad boss. We want good bosses, but we need leaders. And frankly, we need leaders at all levels as well, because you can be a leader without being authorized as a leader. We want leaders in this department. So we're going to work hard to offer pathways for promotion and traditional leadership to all the staff at DOE, but we want people who are comfortable working in teams and leading them.
Awesome. And our last question from Mary in the District of Columbia. What skills, entrepreneurial and professional, does DOE see as most central in the success of the Clean Energy Corps? The great thing about this current moment is that we're just hiring so many people with so many diverse skill sets. And we also know that regardless of whether your skills are analyzing grant applications or writing software, we want you to be a good team player and have great coworkers and be a great coworker. So, you should be someone, if you apply, that can learn and adapt to new situations. And most importantly, someone who is passionate about tackling the climate crisis. Those are our questions. Aaron, back to you.
Right. And it's just been so exciting hearing about everything that's coming for the Clean Energy Corps. And we're so glad that we were able to share information with you. And we look forward to receiving your application through DOE's applicant portal. We're thrilled to be growing our ranks. Let's get Secretary Granholm to close us out.
Okay, great. You bet. Thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Tarek. And thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget, here's the website. Get your pen or your laptop. It's energy.gov/Clean Energy Corps. That's where you go to submit your application, and then share the link, if you wouldn't mind, with 5 of your friends. This is your opportunity to serve in the fight against climate change, the biggest fight the globe is facing today. We want you at the Department of Energy.